Hey fam, welcome back to another episode of I'm Telling You.
Telling you.
As always, your amazing hosts with antics and side banter, main banter, left, right, Albuquerque,
Dad quotes,
down.
movie jokes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you want to reach out to us, you can hit us up at ity@directionsinmusic.org. Or you can go to the site directly and hit us up through the contacts. You'll find our individuals, Gemini or Philly D at directionsinmusic.org. Or yeah, you can hit all three of us up. But yeah, this is Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
Clickety clack of fact checking CD.
That's so adorable. But yeah, this is first time listeners. This is a 30-year friendship of this. We have to classify.
This guy just wants to record us talking. So we talks and stuff.
That's not true. I don't want to record us talking. I want to record us having conversations, which
we've always had some interesting banter.
This is true.
Like we don't just sit there and talk about the weather or video games or.
But if we do,
I mean, maybe we do, but like.
I mean, we do, but when we do,
We just did.
well, but there's a level, like there's a deeper level at which we discuss any and all topics.
There's always a deeper level.
Well, because we understand that things are interrelated somehow, that there is a intertwining of all these things, you know, as we would call in life coincidences. It's really more or less just the connections in all of the paths of which things come together.
Just every direction, man.
But that's what we do. So we talk like, you know, sincerely as we call it. That's what I'm saying. Like we need to like start, we got to like do merch with like all these different quotes and stuff of our own stuff. Because there's like a bunch of different little things that we've always said that I think are hilarious.
I feel like just the unadulterated conversations that you have where, you know, maybe you're a beer or two in, you're hanging out, you may know the people across from you or not. And
you load up, you party.
You get into a conversation and you just let it flow. And like sometimes it ends up in like the most oddball places, but that's what we're trying to recreate here.
I would say to not recreate,
Like,
actually.
We can't plan this and you would
record it as it happens.
Yeah.
Like legit, just have it.
Right by the beach.
Boy. But that, I mean, that's exactly what we do though. It's recording what, you know, I mean, just the way we roll. It's the honesty, the organic. This has been a while since we used that.
The organic nature.
Yeah, but the honest, organic nature of what we do. I mean, this is what we record. So it's not, we're not recording our conversations. We're recording honest, organic talk between two people. Trusting, inclusive, accepting, appreciative, talking.
What I say to you before, at the beginning of all this, I was like, I'd be just as happy if people put us on for 15 minutes and then suddenly went on a tangent themselves and just turned us out a little bit and started talking amongst themselves. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's all about like, you know, getting that conversation started. Like, and it might not necessarily be about any life-changing serious event, although it could be, you know, but it could quite literally be an exchange of really cool ideas that things you may have never thought of before, whether you consider them life-changing or not. I mean, but, you know, you never know. You never know.
Or even a different perspective on an argument that you've heard over and over again.
Yeah, which I mean, having that conversation in and of itself might be the life-changing experience, you know, because that might get that one individual to finally just start to approach all things a little bit more openly or acceptingly. Yeah, we're having the extension of recording what we do, getting, you know, others to kind of do the same, whether they're being recorded or not. Yeah, that open, honest, organic nature of just talking about anything. Yeah, definitely. And I love that. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Well, I mean, in general, I would say any art form struggles to find its own expression of the truth in whatever way that you could figure that out. You know, it's the art form is your expression of your truth. And I think this for me is the closest thing I could think of to an art form. This gift that I have. What did you call me? I'm an empath.
Yeah.
Totally.
See? You
I'll
seconded.
just walk into
He
a
just
room.
realized
kind of
this.
like I'll know where I can push and where I can't. And it's like feeling the locks on a door. You know, it's a strange fascination that I have.
You have to be careful, though. Empaths attract narcissists.
Oh, I've been on some interesting journeys. Yeah. And narcissists aren't all bad. I mean,
If you can learn from
No,
it.
it's just like opposites attract, you know. It's that.
but well, I wouldn't even say opposites. I mean, sometimes you need a little bit of that in yourself too.
Oh, because going back to the previous conversation
You
where
just can't get stuck in it. That's all.
where I openly admitted that I am either a little slow on learning and or stubborn or the combination thereof, that it takes several attempts to learn a lesson. So yeah, I agree with you very much in that kind of a capacity where you need that extreme opposite to finally just be that, you know, straw on the camel's back where you're like, and I'm done. I'm
But
no longer dealing with this, and you know, you move forward.
what if the lesson doesn't click until you've hit the perfect season of your life where it needs to be like that straw that breaks the camel's back?
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm
Like if
saying.
you learned it 10 years prior, it probably would have done you no good, because when it needed to impact the lesson, like to follow through with your actions, is probably like, let's say, a decade later. So things come at perfect time.
And people say, age doesn't matter. It's like, well, yeah, it kind of does, because these things don't come at you. Usually they don't come at you when you're 17 years old. They come when you're 37 or 47 or,
I mean,
generally speaking, I mean, people don't tend to have,
which to me begs the question,
you have to hit a wall at some point, I think.
having more knowledge and experience, being a conscious being, do you become so aware that at a place in your life you can draw these deeper conclusions? So perhaps at those earlier ages, are you so restricted in the limited amount of experience or knowledge that you have that you can't comprehend it? So that perhaps it is there, you're just not capable of it, so you don't see it. You know what I mean? Like that's, so I don't know if you're not there at 17. Maybe you're just not able to
I mean, there's
bear
things,
witness.
there's things at my current age that I still have trouble understanding. Money.
At my age, I am
money's
having a
just-
hard time remembering stuff.
The concept of money just completely baffles me.
I don't,
What it means, because it's so
Why can't we have a
mercurial.
BATA system?
because you can't tax that shit.
That's really the reason.
Yeah, no,
you can
that's
have
like,
a barter system, but it only works in a small community, which is thus kind of a
well,
common.
all right. So going back to the community, not commune, because this is where I differentiated. Where commune was like small acreage.
It's all words.
Well, no. So commune is like small acreage, whereas community is full functioning. So commune is like 30 to 50 people, whereas a community, you're now talking to like 200 to 300 people, right? But having community status, like we were saying, we wouldn't need any means of financial transaction. We could literally just trade stuff back and forth. However, as a community, if we needed to generate, revenue for it to function as a municipality or something, then we can have the different services of all the people that live there and charge for those services outside so that we could still have income. But for, all of us to do our stuff, to get our food and trash and whatever else, like doctor visits or your car fixed, or you literally could just, trade stuff, because everybody would have a different thing about what they did. That's like how you made a part of that community. Like, I'm down with this. This is a
Well,
thing.
that is a commune.
No,
A
but that's-
commune is a small community where everybody has,
Yeah.
but
I mean, the only problem is when it gets to a certain point, there's always somebody that feels they need to step in and decide what a what a fair rate of exchange is, and that's something that's variable and it's determined based on blah 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 and which way the wind's blowing. And
well, yeah, all right. So think about this: like, if your car breaks down and you're like, "Yo, I need it fixed," and he's like, "Yo, I can't get to it for 2 weeks because I'm busy. I'm one dude. I got to fix all this other stuff." But you're like, "Yo, I need it now." It's like, all right, cool. Well, instead of me giving you, say, like 3 chickens every month for like the next 6 months or something to pay for it,
I need a truckload of chickens right now.
I'm going to give you 3 chickens as well as 5 dozen eggs every month for the next 6 months. You know what I mean? Like there's still, I agree with you. There's that here and now superficiality of the situation that makes its actual value at that moment. It's whatever each one can agree on. And that's the thing I think is the beautiful part is, it has to be a true contract. There has to be consideration on both parts where they both feel there's an equal value being traded for services that they're agreeing to.
Which is naturally going to fall into place. Like there's always going to be people that want certain things that have, that have something to exchange. And doesn't always have to be money.
Yeah. Maybe you want to build a pond on your property or something. You got a
small dairy farm. Like you have access to dairy and small amounts of meat, but you don't have access to
fresh fruits and vegetables.
Fresh fruits and vegetables, let's say, or
toothpaste, toothbrushes,
basic preventative medicine,
soap, stuff to clean your clothes with.
Yeah,
right. Electricity, like these are all things that could be provided through this community because of how it coincides on a grander scale. That's what I'm saying. Like, the numbers out there where you could have a coexisting opportunity where it's like 35-ish people or something, I think you could have a grander scale of a very small functioning town, but it would take a few hundred people, like 200 to 300, maybe even 500. But, and this would be, you would have basically like everything as you would have in everywhere else, diners, restaurants, movie theaters, shopping areas, like all sorts of stuff.
But, and that can work. It's just it's a strange animal when you start including, and we're not allowed to really get political, but we're not really taking a side here. But when you start getting to the same scale that we're talking about, you're not talking about small amounts of people. You're talking about thousands upon thousands of people that are now involved in this, this structure that we call reality. So.
I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of this group of like 200 or 300 people
to make it work the way you're talking about.
I'm saying.
When it gets above 500, 600, 800 people, it starts falling apart.
Yeah, I don't want that. That's not where I want to be, bro.
And our founding forefathers, most of them said a lot of things about
our founding forefathers. Our four founding forefathers
said such things when they were talking about building a government that has to be close to the people.
Well, that's what it's like, self-governing republic. That's the terminology that I think was most accurate at describing. But that's what I think any system should be for striving for. However, we get back into that mathematical conundrum where any system, you're always going to fall into that rule of 20-80, where a little is going to have a lot and a lot's going to have a little. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. That's why I think to me, a perfect system is one where there is full balance, that everybody is considered in what's going on. Both sides are happy. There's literal giving and receiving.
But even in this situation,
that's the environment and everything.
Even especially in the situation you're talking about, if one member of that party becomes volatile and toxic to the rest of the community,
we hang up. No, I was kidding.
Well, quite literally, you might do such a thing: a public stoning, or a hanging, or
we're gonna burn him with a Bic lighter,
imprisonment, or something. Historically,
the Bic lighter. We're gonna burn him with the Bic lighter.
Even on a small scale like that. No, the Bic lighter. He's a witch.
There it is.
Burn him. What should we use?
Well, and so here's
just give me the lighter.
I think on that kind of a scale, only a few hundred people, there's still enough collective where it's person, not people, and you really can have a intelligent interaction. And granted, yeah, there's always going to be a person that out of nowhere can be, but you know what? That's when communication, reasserting the standards of what we're looking to achieve and maintain on, because you really do need to be all inclusive and accepting in this kind of a community for it to truly work. You really do have to agree to disagree sometimes. All right. However, that causes communication, conversation, and being honest. And, you know, we all can really get along. Like, we really can. Like, it is that easy. I'm just saying.
Where you don't have to agree with everything I say.
Exactly.
And I don't have to agree with everything you say.
Yeah.
But we have to agree to disagree and do it in a way that's socially and morally beneficial.
And I think that's how you allow for all of society and humankind really to grow and to maintain a balance between this planet and us. Communication, honesty, and working towards being a better collective as individuals and, you know, a united group. Like, it really is that easy. Like, dude, just don't be a douche. Dude, to yourself, literally
big black letters. Just don't be a douche.
Yeah, but to yourself and all things. You know, if you start loving yourself, if you start actually caring for yourself internally, you're going to externalize. You're going to care for those around you. They're going to see this positive, good example. You know, positive conditioning is going to transpire. Others are going to do it, and so on and so on. You get this. You know, if you tell 10 friends and they tell 10 friends, and it becomes exponential. If we all really just start being kinder to ourselves, it'll just naturally happen over several generations where the world is just a more beautiful place. And this is what we should be doing for our kids and our kids' kids. Like, it really should.
If you're constantly in the mindset of being kind to yourself, you don't even want to involve yourself in being angry at someone else.
It's pointless.
So you naturally would just kind of gravitate towards people that feel the same way as you.
I feel that it's like getting closer to being impeccable.
You know, like, well, okay, I'm really sorry that you feel that way, but I'm going to keep living my life because I still love you, man. It's all good. I'm moving on.
Which is why I would say would be impeccable, because if you're living that honest life, if you're expressing yourself in that fashion, you're going to be able to express yourself without being negative. But you're still going to be heard and validated, even if it's not from others. It's strictly from yourself. Like, that's
having proper boundaries.
Well, but to me, that's all part of being impeccable. Like, it's knowing that, because everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to interact on different levels and have different boundaries and standards and so on. However, when you as an individual can set and maintain and do so, you're being impeccable. You really are. That's, you know, I strive for all of us to be at this relative level. If not, then right to number 4, do the best you can always. As long as you're trying to do with the best you got right now to build towards being impeccable or maintaining that, that's a beautiful thing, and we're all going to have a much better life.
The art of fighting without fighting.
Dude, Bruce Lee's my jam. Love me some Bruce Lee. But yeah, dude.
Fighting without fighting.
Yeah, Enter the Dragon. No, that was the Australian or New Zealand guy or whatever. His accent was so weird. The weirdest accent. Like, it was worse than freaking all the other ones being dubbed in. Because it was like it was like 1950s gangster, like from the US, but with like a New Zealand accent or something. What do you mean the art of fighting without fighting? Like, what? Who is this buffoon? Get him off the boat. This guy doesn't deserve to be here. This is supposed to be like a battle of champions.
Hey, what happened?
He gives the little kid the rope to hold on to.
I feel like we tangented. What?
No, it's Bruce Lee, bro. I got him. Nah, dude. Nah, because it's all the same thing. I think Bruce Lee, especially if you read his book about Jeet Kune Do, his style, which is an amalgamation of all these different things that he put together.
Way of the water.
Well, if you look at it, it's very much a lifestyle. And there's many things about it where that kind of stuff comes into focus, where you have to be as efficient or impeccable as possible with your thoughts, actions, the way you care for yourself, your environment, everything. I mean, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I very much agree with that, man. I think that was a very appropriate segue, non-tangent. Oh, are you aging? Are you transcending? What's going on over here?
Not me.
Not me. I mean, that's not my style, bro. I never seen this person before. Matter of fact, this is not where I parked my car.
Squirrel. What happened? I'm blacked out. What's high score mean? Is that bad?
Yo, in the movie I was talking about earlier in the green room, there's a scene in there where the kid does the same thing, but he like channels Scarface and gives like the performance of his life for the one scene where he's talking to everybody about how they're the losers, and he's like, I do what I want to do, like all this stuff. Dude, it was very much like that whole old school where he's like, wait, what? Because all of a sudden the crowd's like cheering, and he's just like, wait, what happened? I don't know what's going on.
I'm the bad guy? That's okay.
Yeah, that whole scene.
I'll be the bad guy. That's okay.
But dude, he pulls it. And this is, I want to say this kid's probably was like 18, 19, 20 or something. And yo, I was like, this kid I was like, good on you, bro. I was like, and this was like a totally like B-rated movie. It was, meant to be cheesy, and it wasn't like a full-on mockumentary style, like C-rated, like horrible cheese. It was the appropriate homage, like remake kind of a thing. It was the
appropriate amount of cheese.
Yeah, totally like, B+, almost A- production, I would say. It's worth a rewatch, put it that way.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah, I'll show you when we're on break. We'll do stuff together.
Is it good to switch back and forth between beer and tequila? Is that bad?
If you started with tequila, then I'm going to say no. So you're good to go.
So I started with the medicine.
And you stay on the medicine.
And I stay on the medicine, then I'm okay.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, never been sicker.
Yeah, right.
Liquor, beer, liquor, beer, liquor, beer. Now you're what?
You're golden pony boy.
I don't even want to know what rhymes with that, but...
Dude, if we get a side tangent from you when you start looking at the freaking beer and be like, what is this, like a 7%?
No, it's like a 9.6.
I mean, he's got this tequila. That's freaking...
Wow.
That's an 80 proof at 40%, right?
That's some good stuff, I tell you what.
It's aged tequila. It's my preferred añejo, and yeah, I was very appreciative of your gift.
It's like a Betty White.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since you brought a bottle. Like, how long's it been? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
But it's every time you do, it is very well timed and very well received and greatly appreciated always. So, and it usually lasts for a while.
I got my special lime chips too, so I'm happy.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. I stocked the kitchen for this guy. You know what I mean?
I gotta get my lime chips.
You gotta feed the talent, right? You gotta keep them happy.
Whatever brand it is, it doesn't matter. But they sprinkled just the right amount of crack on there. I don't know how they do it.
Dude, I just got the idea in my head where he's like, I want a bowl full of just green M&Ms. I don't want the blue or the brown. I want a bowl full of green M&Ms. This is like the only.
Can we do this?
Make this happen. This is a part of it.
Why just green M&M?
I don't know. It was in a movie or something. I feel like.
Let's look
knowing me, it probably was. Yeah, no, I think it was like in Wayne's World or something like that.
Something about just green M&Ms.
Yeah, or it might have been Skittles or some shit. I don't know. This is how my brain works. It's just the absurd request that you get from some talent, just because they're coming in and doing their thing, riding on the coattails.
Wait, what the hell was it?
I don't know. I can't hear you. You got to talk into the mic.
No, I'm trying to think of it right now. So that's why I'm off the mic.
Think in the mic where I can hear you. There you go.
Okay, well, I don't make noise when I think, so.
Really you don't make noise otherwise.
You just shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You're making a lot of noise, but you ain't saying nothing.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
But then you won't hear what I'm saying.
That's when you shut your mouth.
Van Halen had a request. It was of brown M&Ms. At every show, he had to have a bowl of brown M&Ms.
See what I mean? Like, dude, this is a thing. I'm telling you, though, there's probably a movie, though. I mean, I'm saying for me, my memory, most likely, if I'm recalling this, if my brain is showing me this image,
What's the show?
it's probably a movie somewhere.
Iron Fist or something.
Iron Fist. Which one? Oh, the one
The
with
Netflix.
the RZA one, right? That was like
the
technically is a remake.
no, the white rich kid that like disappeared for years and years because he was sucked off to like some magical like
No,
Shaolin temple in the middle of the heavens.
Iron Monkey.
Iron Fist. It's just like a show. It's one of them.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the movie that had like Jackie Chan and Jet Li in it. That's what I got.
No, I got my phone.
Yeah, the Kingdom.
No,
I'm getting the movie. I don't know what you're. The only thing I can think of is like Airbender, but that ain't right.
Airbender? Like seriously?
Bro, is he judging me over here? Do you see this dude? He's judging me over here. I'm the one in the corner and he's the one over here judging. This is messed up, man. See what I put up with, people?
What do you put up with?
All of this. Wait, what do you, whoa, we got a fact checker right here and he's over here legit. Look, this is like.
Yeah, but I need more verbs than, that movie? Yeah, no, that one.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, you're making a lot of noise, but you ain't saying nothing.
I need at least a sentence so I can at least have 3 searchable words.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is like Quizzo right here. Like, there's been a query, and now we have a phone being pulled. You're supposed to pull from your memory. If not, then your local talent.
All right. No, I swear it's called is it Iron Fist or it's Netflix.
Dude,
it's a
direct the lady. Give.
Hi.
Right. This is what she's here for.
Hey there.
This is literally what Miss JD. She's not just comic talent. Hello, lady.
Hello, lady.
All right.
Hey, lady.
You Festick, you finally did something right. Yo, bro, he's been doing stuff right this whole time. Smashing out eels, getting wheelbarrows, carrying people.
Where were we? I'm so sorry. I totally.
Iron Fist. What are you trying to find out about?
Yeah, this thing on Netflix. You said it's a show.
It was I totally off base? Isn't it called?
You need to direct her more. Is what she's asking
for. Is it a
for.
Marvel show?
Can we have
one
actors?
Of them, I think it's a Marvel show. Yeah.
Are there actors involved?
I don't think there's anybody, any big names in it. It's like one of those, I don't know, Netflix original maybe or.
Dude, if this nets us nothing, this is going to be the worst. You shut your mouth when you talk to me.
Marvel Iron Fist, yeah.
Marvel. Dude, he was on his phone for like 3 minutes straight and couldn't figure shit out. Now all of a sudden we get this conglomerate of help and he does it in like 10 seconds.
Danny Rand was 10 years old. He survived a mysterious plane crash that claimed the lives of his extremely wealthy parents. Rescued by warrior monks, Danny grew up in the city of Kunlun, where he entered harsh conditions, but also trained to be a fierce warrior. Years later, Danny returns and blah, blah, blah. And I have to click on more to see anything. But yeah, that's the show I was telling you about. And I don't even know why I brought it up now. That's not important.
You were talking about the actors.
About the what?
And the guy that got fucked off.
Thinking about something that you were saying, and that now I totally lost my train.
First time listeners.
You know what? You can take
this tangent has been brought to you by Mr. Gemini.
You can take whatever you got going on in your head, right? You can take that, you write it down, okay, and I want you to fold it up real small and stick it sideways, and you can shove it.
If you took a lump of
coal,
2 weeks, shoved it up.
2 weeks, you'd have a diamond.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say one thing. I love you, man.
That was 2 things.
I love you, man.
I mean, that was one statement, but you said it multiple
several
times.
I love you, man. I love you, man.
Dude, what is this? Is this like 7%?
That's my line. You can't. That's mine. I'm drinking tequila and beer.
Oh,
So we got like Andre the Giant hanging out with like the Betty White.
Hello, lady.
Dude, Andre the Giant with Betty White would be an awesome show. I would have watched that. Let's be honest.
Don't think I can do Betty White.
No, I can't. Well, I mean, what are we talking about? It's like Grandma's Boy. It's like, you're my first. Yeah, you're my 2000s
I can
something.
totally do the lady from the Tea Circle.
But no, think about that show, man. Andre the Giant, dope as he is.
Love
Betty White is mad awesome as she is. The two of them, somehow, like, dude, if she was like Andre the Giant's manager and she had to like finagle the deals for him and stuff, dude, that would be like the awesome behind the scenes show where she's just like busting chops, Jeremy Piven style with like Betty White. Dude, this is,
No, but
I would watch this
really
show.
need to see the old English lady with the two other gentlemen. What is it? Christian and
Or a Three Companies idea.
yeah,
The reboot with the one lady from Saving Grace.
the
one
Yes.
old lady that
Circle.
drinks the tea. Yeah, she drinks the Trevethan
Wait,
tea.
but they both drink the tea.
Yeah.
So are you talking about the one with the white hair or the one with the brown hair?
Would you like some
No,
cornflakes,
bro, she's got a question. Which one of them?
the one with the cornflakes?
Yeah, the weirder.
like
So that's the
skinnier.
younger one
I
with the
guess.
brown hair.
Well, I don't know if she's younger, but she's definitely like skinnier. She's got like a almost like more skeleton-y kind of like look to her.
She's slender. Yeah.
But no, it's almost like
Okay.
anorexic. Like she's just a very.
I
I
know.
was just
yeah.
thinking olive oil. You don't have to be anorexic, but
Well, no,
okay.
she's just a very. What do
Some
you?
people just have light frames. I don't
She's
know.
like emaciated, almost looking, but like.
Wow, bro.
Well, I'm just
There's a lot of
saying.
judgment coming from you. I don't
No,
know
I'm
what's
just
going
saying
on.
like that she has that like because like all right when you get old
a little bit.
no so when you get old you typically go one of two ways as you're getting like super old. You either get like a little bit heavier or you get like way skinnier. Most don't ever just like stay at a standard kind of a healthy weight. You're either like underweight or way over, like, you know what I mean? So the one is a little bit on the heavier side and the other one is she's very much on that like older. Yeah, she's got like more of that skeleton-y look to her. Like she's very emaciated almost, but healthy, of course. She's just old. What?
Just too old.
You can't do this. She's just too old.
She's just too old.
But yeah, that's what she looks. I'm just
She has a
just-
small frame and
using
not
my
a lot
vernacular.
of muscle.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I'm voting
I'm
for that
painting
one.
the word picture, bro.
With well, we can't. Bill, are we calling him?
I don't.
Bill?
I mean, dude.
What do we call him?
I don't know. Like honestly,
Land on anything for that yet?
I don't know. Can you,
Wait,
like,
what?
Instead of Buffalo Bill, could we call him like Beef Bob or something?
You've already named his cousin, apparently.
Yeah, Erie Eddie.
Well, he has two. Yeah, and then Nasty Nate.
What if it was like Beefalo Bill, or Beefalo Bob?
That's terrible. That's really.
But it's enough variation that it'll, you know what I mean? Like, because I mean, we can't straight steal it because it would never air, and if it did, it would be taken like right off.
Just say Bill.
but
Just let it hang there.
But
I'm good with-
Beefalo Bill.
That's just weird.
But it's a comedy, anyways. I mean, we're making a mockery
I
here.
guess,
Who cares?
But it's just weird.
I mean, we're talking about a guy that like would take and like, you know, literally throw a
What if
woman
his
in
name
a
was
well.
just Billy Bob?
Tuck his junk in and dance around
That's not. Dude, it's the fact that he would basically taunt them, moisturize their skin, and then attempted to make a meat suit to be a woman.
He was just stitching her all together, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was making a suit out of women's skin. Like, dude, come on, that's weird. But we're taking,
it's terrible, and it's a terrible thing
Right.
to laugh at. But
However-
that voice,
exactly. So we're taking this guy where you have this idea of him as having people in this well, and he's telling them to put cocoa butter on his skin, and turning it into something funny where he's no longer doing that. It's just like that's who he used to be.
basket.
Yeah, but so like
this whenever it's told.
he no longer has the money or the house or something, so that's why he has to come and live with her.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Yeah, put the cocoa butter in there. It's fine. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying though. We can making a mockery, laughing at those kind of things. You know, it's like using the word to lose the word kind of an idea. You have to make fun of it. You have to let it exist for people to just realize it doesn't have power unless we want it to.
I absolutely believe that somebody like that exists. I'm sure there's more than one person like that's in existence, but I can't dwell on that.
But they're probably in like Germany or something.
I totally can't. But
like Scandinavia, somewhere in the middle, like remote somewhere.
So when I see a movie like that, it's like, yes, I'm very moved by all that. But at the same time, like the first time I heard that voice, I was like, that would be terrible.
You mean the real voice or my version?
I'd be frozen in laughter while he's just cutting me up and taking my skin off my body.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like when
stop talking, just stop.
In the movie Silence of the Lambs, when the sheriffs or whatever come to his door and he's just like, "Oh, can I help you?
Can I help you?"
Yeah, right, dude. As soon as, like, if I'm one of the guys coming to the door, just be like, "Yeah, we're looking for a weird, like, psychomaniac." Be like, "Oh, can I help you?" But like,
that's it
right here. I don't know what he did, but cuff him. Cuff this dude right here. Search his house. I don't care. We'll figure out the warrants later. Knock down the door. This guy did something. I'm just saying. This is what I'm not profiling.
Is brought to you in part by Tequila.
Dude, this tangent is brought to you by Neho Tequila. Yeah, you're welcome, bro, and thank you. And the number 12.
Fist bump love.
No window love.
No window love.
No, go sell, dude. There's no time. No nasty Nate.
I know. I never know where these conversations
can't give you my fruit cup.
And then sometimes people ask me, what's the conversation going to be this week? And I'm like, how the heck should I know? I have no doubt. That's like,
how does a rainbow work? How does posse traction?
That's like you texting me and just being like, yo, bro, I'm going to call you in about 10 minutes. How about you tell me what it is that we're going to talk about? Like, that'd just be weird. Like, I have no idea what the show is going to be about. It's going to be what it is, man.
And honestly, in those kind of scenarios, when we're like, yo, I need to talk, and we call, and we're expecting to have a conversation about a thing, that never happens.
It kind of dances around, and then it's, oh, by the way, I called you about this.
Yeah, if we even, because then it's like, yo, I'm where I'm at. I got to go. I'll see you later. We can talk about it then. And then we don't even talk about the thing that we got the call for.
What so like, we were supposed to talk about something?
Dude, it happens all the time. All the time.
You taking notes?
No, that's what she does. I saw him. There was a whole pad. There was like papers with writing.
There was Tequila.
She was flipping back and forth.
Wait, what's this mark right here?
That's the oh shit mark.
Is that ounces?
No, that's the I can't drive.
It says 2. Is that ounces?
No, that says 4.
No, wait, no.
No, you were pointing at the one that says 4. That says 4.
No, that.
Yeah, that says 4. That's a 4.
Shut up. That is not a 4.
Shut up, Ted. Dude, can you say that? I can't hear you.
It's not shut up, Ted. That's not a...
Well, so here's the thing. He keeps trying to show it to me, but he's the one looking at it, and he's not showing it to me.
It's a freaking... It's a 2. The one above it, it's a 4.
I don't... So how can I tell? You're the one that's
go
like...
Look at it.
Here we go.
You gave
it to me. Yeah, so that's totally a 4 right there.
No,
yeah, right there. That's a 4.
The bottom one, jackass.
This bottom one says 50.
Freaking jackwagon.
This says 50. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you've just flipped it. You can't. You jackass. It's right there.
That's totally a 4.
Shut up.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, no, I want to say that's 2 ounces, yeah.
Yeah,
correct mood. Why did you pour that?
It was maybe a little over
did
that.
Did you drink all of that, bro?
I drank all that, man.
That was for everybody.
No, that was my sacrament. That was my medicine. You told me it was medicine.
No,
you lied to me.
This is. I said it can. That's what.
It can't.
What I had said
originally, it was
what had happened. To happen was
that medicine men would. Yeah.
So tequila by nature is medicine, correct?
Fermented agave.
Yeah, well,
cactus juice.
All right, because it's an alcohol, which means that if you put it, when you do because I'm assuming that back in the day, they're probably not proofing it, so it's probably not freaking 80 proof. It's probably like 110, right? Think about it.
Well, you have to run it through so many times.
Well, I mean,
And if they're not, there's no regulations on anything, then
so we've gotten to this
you
conversation.
just run it through until it's ready.
Well, we've gotten to this conversation before, and depending on how large of a batch, this is going to modify the quantities. However, a typical appropriate setup, like a well-functioning still, your alcohol will proof itself approximately around like 40 to 45%, which is, an 80 to 90 proof. When you don't, and you're making large quantities, the typical would be, if from what I'm to understand, would be a much higher quantity, somewhere probably around like 100, 110 proof. So the likelihood is this is going to be a much purer, higher alcohol base, which, putting it on your wounds, you're going to clean it. Putting it in your gut, it's going to probably kill all sorts of shit, especially like a parasite or something. It's going to burn that stuff like right on out. If not, then, the parasite's just going to be like, holy shit, bro, what's going on? And then you like evacuate your bowels and it's just like, no, and it's all gone.
For you, that's tequila on the normal. But for me, that's my scotch.
I don't know if scotch can be deemed medicine.
Medicine. Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, emotional medicine.
Now, how you going to...
This is my opinion.
How you going to go and do that?
I'm agreeing with you. I just said on an emotional level.
I'm going to give you an emotional.
I don't think scotch is going to be, it's maybe if you have like a cold and you want to make a hot toddy, okay. But like.
Okay. I hate to burst your bubble, but tequila has zero medicinal properties or has never been used for medicinal reasons. However,
doubt it.
Scotch
What's your source?
is actually known by the health experts for its ability to lower the risk of dementia, prevent heart attacks, blood clots, stroke, and even fight cancer.
Bam!
What's your source?
It's the internet.
It's the Pete's.
The internet.
It's the Pete smoke. I'm telling you,
dude. No, I'm at. So who funded these studies that they're citing? I want papers on this. This is just one opinion. See,
someone in Ireland.
The internet.
Generation.
Tomas in Ireland. You know what? I'll tell you about your tequila. There's fucking people that come in here and tell you you're just gonna do it. It's just like, no, bro. You get out of
This is medicine.
Get out of your basement. Stop ranting. Your grandmother's tired of this shit.
Okay, so you want a source, the British Medical Journal.
British Medical, okay. Dude, they were going to be biased anyways. They're all about the tea anyhow.
I like tea.
Yeah, but they're not Scottish, so why would
they hate the Scottish? They're just going to disagree with them just because. This is not fair.
But they're saying that their product is good for you.
You're Scottish.
You're Scottish.
Oh, sorry, everyone. It was a previous joke.
You need to go find a mountain top.
I'm just telling you, man, dude. Saving Grace is an awesome movie. The character choice.
Leave it at that.
The script. No, dude, like the cast, the script, the direction, like overall, like every little inch of it, every scene. I mean, it's just a well done movie. You know what I mean? Like, respect.
I appreciate
the subtlety of the way that certain...
Yeah, I would say it's an underrated classic. If you have not seen Saving Grace, the movie with Craig Ferguson and, I don't know, a massive other amount of people that are awesome. What? They are. I just don't, they're not standard. They're, you know what I mean? Like, they're not everyday American actors that everybody would, I don't know. But they're maybe from where they are, like, Grace is, she's pretty... Why are you two looking at me like this?
I don't know what's going on. What?
You're saying a lot. You're like making a lot of sounds, but you ain't saying nothing.
You really are.
Yeah, because the two of you are like eyeballing me right now.
All right.
Like I'm crazy or something.
I'm not looking at you.
You face the other way when you talk to me.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. No, it's all. Were you were saying something, or is it my turn to blabber on, or?
Wow.
No, I mean, not that you were blabbering, but just that I could blabber now.
No, I'm done meandering, I believe was what you had said before. That was
meandering.
like, if you're done, I was just like, wow, I'm over here like spilling my guts and he's calling it meandering. Yeah, no, I'm done. But yeah, hey man.
I was right there with you.
Go, yeah, tangent away, brother. I'll be over here if you need me. That's just,
It's not fair of me to do that because then I have nowhere to go right now. I'm like standing out in the middle of nowhere with a torch in my hand, like I'm in the jungle.
It sounds like freaking.
I don't even have a compass. Where am I going? I have no idea.
What I don't why what
The spear is empty.
There's another one right here.
All right,
Otro más aquí.
because that would be bad.
What would be bad?
Well, not having refreshment.
Well, I mean,
That could be catastrophic.
it's probably better than drinking more tequila at this point. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. I can't.
We're going from a 40 to a 6. So that's that. I think this is
That's a good step down.
that's an appropriate. I mean, because you do need to be responsible at some point.
At some point, I do.
So, I mean, you do have a family or something.
Don't. I mean,
Oh, dude, he literally just ski-skeeted himself. Oh, a little bit on the floor too. Oh, it's a good dude. See, while having wooden floors is really not the best for recording. However, when it comes to recording with Gemini, they are very appropriate.
Oi!
Much better than the alternate with carpet. Oh God, somebody's gonna have to clean that up later. Well, as always, this tangent has been brought to you by
What? Huh?
Tangent man.
What?
I really do see him as like a cowboy with like a 10-gallon hat and freaking like raccoon style.
Like maybe like a child. Is that what you're saying? Like on a hobby horse with a
I said no. I was thinking more like
with a raccoon.
like a really like Opie, but as a cowboy. But again, with like the raccoon style mask, the black cutouts.
Wait, Opie from like Andy Griffith. Like
Yeah,
Opie.
exactly. That dude. So
So
like
are you thinking like in the West he would be Howdy Doody?
I think that's a disrespect to Howdy Doody.
Ooh. Okay. 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 All right. All right.
Dude,
That's cool.
I laughed so hard I went silent.
That's cool. That's cool.
Well, because I'm thinking like a little flashier, almost like John Travolta in Saturday Night Live, like really white chaps with like nice studded down the side with your. You got to be flashy, bro. You're a tangent man, and you need to be distracting.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right?
To get the outfit down to the proper character.
Yeah, well, that's what, like, especially if we were like talking like maybe comic book almost.
Like,
If we were to do a reenactment or a recreation of an alternate rendering.
cowboy meets, I don't know, some kind of, like a daredevil. Like, you're talking about like,
Where does the daredevil aspect come into you and your tangenting?
I have no idea, man.
I don't see. There's no appropriate
is it,
correlation. This this is a 6%. That's a 6%. But I'm pretty sure the 40% tequila beforehand
That's true.
may or may not have had influence on. This episode has been brought to you by Aged Tequila.
And I just want to preface this.
I would have prefaced. That's appropriate as we're getting like we're wrapping around the corner.
No, but
to
that's
the-
that's what I got to do. I just want to preface this with an apology.
Well, see, but here's the thing: is like all of those who actually listen to us and have been, they're just like, yeah, that's about right. First time
Like,
listeners
oh,
are like, wow, This is very interesting, but like, dude, this is as good as it gets. Like, you really you got to dive all in with us right here. You got to get in deep. Like, this is just how it is.
Stay tuned next when we find a direction and then finally have to close the show.
But you know what? Here's the thing that I love most about us. Like, for real. We always find a way somehow. It literally comes back around. Like, we always get a loop in there where somehow what started is always how it finished. And it's just like the whole thing actually makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really been counting, but if you say so, I mean, I think in general, I'd agree with you.
Yeah, more times than not. Like, every episode, somehow or another, it always, there's something to be had. There's something to be learned. There's something of substance. There's a sincerity.
Some kind of
the snozberries taste like snozberries.
Well, some kind of positive takeaway. Whether it's, like you just did there right there, being silly, take yourself out of your own head for a minute and just be silly. That's the medicine right there. Or other times it'll be, and dude, you know what?
You just did it. You literally just did it.
That's what
you literally just wrapped up the show. And so now we get like antics. Dude, no, but here's the thing is because like this episode being brought to you by Tequila. This is what happens, right? This is another beautiful aspect about what we do here.
Anyhow.
Dude, we celebrate the crap out of it too. Like, for real. Like, as much as sometimes.
Tequila?
Well, yeah, that too. Well, I mean, at least I do. Size game. Hey.
More of a Scotch guy.
Scotch. Yeah, we're aware.
We share.
You're also a fan of 9%ers, even though you're unaware of it. That will happen.
That is true.
Yo, I was listening to that.
Something in the way those swords slice me. I don't know.
I was re-listening to the one episode.
Dangerous. Don't bring that ever.
Oh, that's coming soon. I mean, several months maybe. I don't know. It always happens.
The triple's dangerous.
Somehow or another. Well, no, because I found some like months after the last batch was done.
Like hidden somewhere.
It's just one of my spots that just like, it was like a hidden gem where it was just like, wait, you still have this? They're like, yeah. I was like, I'm buying this. They're like, well, I mean, you can just trade. I was like, I mean, that's cool too. All right, bro. Like, oh no.
I mean, like, no, I'm buying. Like, I'm buying.
Dude, I was legit going to pay for like full price for it. Like, yeah, no, because that was dope. It was a good deal.
I want to support this.
But see, but that's what, this is what
it's all about, man.
That's what I'm telling you is, because
I want to support this local drink right here.
But the way we celebrate.
Are we a local drink?
Dude, but that's the thing is like the way we celebrate stuff, the way we come together, the way we bring.
Together.
Because again, the fact is like we at times seem to berate one another, and like it doesn't seem like we actually enjoy ourselves. But like, but we really do, like, dude. Because again, we'll have conversations.
I love you, man.
Yeah, well, no, because we'll have conversations where like he'll call me or I'll call him, and it's where the intended conversation is this, in fact, this one thing, and it never happens.
Because I did that last time I called you.
I think so. I don't know.
Well, I was like, I can't remember. Well, no, what had happened was.
No.
What had happened was I called you, and at the time I knew exactly what I wanted to talk about, but you weren't available at that time. So whatever little message I left or whatever, you called me back later, and I was already like.
I don't even think you left me a message. I think you just like.
I think I'd already had a beer, and I was chilling, and I was like half like ready to pass out.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, what's up?
And then you finally called me back, and I'm like, I can't remember what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, no, because I was like, yo, what's up? You're just like, hey, what's up? I was like, I don't know. You called me. I'm calling you back. You're just like, I don't remember. I'm just like, oh, okay. And then, but from that start, all of a sudden,
I know there was a couple things, and I think I might have hit on one of them, but
yeah, but then we literally just like talked for like another like 45 minutes or an hour or something. I was like, all right, well, I gotta make dinner now, so I gotta go.
No, it was funny because I spent like 10 minutes trying to explain to you why I was trying to call you. And I'm like, well, no. I mean, I was really
trying to. It didn't
it was
work.
partially
It didn't
this,
work.
and it was partially that. And man, how you been? And what are we doing? And what happened? And today was crazy. And
Yeah.
like you kind of go in those little circles, but it was fun.
And see, but I think that's a great thing.
It's real talk, man.
And that's the thing about this show that I really enjoy, because we really do grasp that organic honesty of what it is of you and I just talking, not even like conversing, you know, because there's many times where there is a depth to what we do, but somehow or another, it's just two people allowing themselves to express, appreciating and accepting
Yeah, I
that.
say, watch that RGB one again, or not watch, but listen to it again recently, and it's I'm really hyped about having more guests on, and it's not because it's like I mean there is a commercial aspect, but there was very much like that kind of playful like, hey, we're just in this arena where we can just talk, like we're hanging out, we're drinking a beer,
Which, I mean, I think in and of itself is the beautiful thing about what we should all be doing, because it's
like I'm not trying to prove anything to you. You're not trying to prove anything to me. We're just trying to entertain each other for this moment.
Yeah, and there's a celebratory component of appreciating the fact that we can have different walks of life to really add to the conversation. Because again, you know, us doing what we do, we really want that extension, and it's happening. And being able to have that come back around again, you know, boomerang style is that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, but
As usual.
what do you mean as usual? What happened?
As usual.
Yeah, I know. That's like
you finally
no,
get deep into it, and then it's time to go. You know what I'm saying?
because no, you were at this place, and then I had said, and I was
And then
like,
you said,
because I was like, yo, so first time listeners, you know, hey, but like, you know, fam, it's you. You know what time it is. Yeah, but yeah, it's getting to be that time again, because you know, that's what happens when we find like the deep to get into, or we get to come back around
on the
again.
real, son. You know,
Dude, our timing's impeccable because we're impeccable. Let's be honest. We've been at work at this
I
for
still
like
struggle with
many,
the word impeccable, but yeah, I tend to agree with you.
you're doing your best always to be as impeccable
There's a
as
focus.
possible.
There's a focus to be in that direction, but I don't stress it.
Appreciate what you have.
Absolutely.
Don't focus on what you don't. I think that's a great lesson for all of us.
But keep
yeah,
having
no.
conversations, people.
Yeah, no, this is I'm telling you with Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
Miss JD.
Yeah, and if you want to reach out to us, that's ITY
at directionsinmusic.org or separately at Philly D
PHILLYD
at directionsinmusic.org
or
or
the GEMINI. Gemini.
for Mr. Gemini.
You should have some more
directionsinmusic.org.
inflection on that. Yeah,
Oh,
or you
right,
can,
yeah.
or go to the website, directionsmusic.org, hit us up on contacts. But
New stuff up like daily, pretty much now. I don't know.
It's as the world changes, so do we.
Stuff's morphing and changing all the time. I don't know what's going on.
Which is what we should all be doing, growing and transcending. So yeah, but as always, be good to yourself, be good to everyone else.
Much love.
We love you, fam. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.